Hello everybody, and welcome to another in a series of short videos that I'm creating that are designed to help you bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity into everything you do. For those of you who are new to this video series, my name is Dr. Bill Crawford. I am a psychologist, I have a Ph.D. from the University of Houston. I'm also a speaker, corporate trainer, life coach. I had the pleasure of writing 4 books and doing 2 PBS specials. And each week I send out one of my favorite quotes along with 2 or 3 paragraphs about how to apply that quote to life to about 5,000 people on my quote list. If you're not on that list but you would like to receive my quote and short video each week by email, it's free. All you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, hit the subscribe button at the top of the page, put your first name, your email address, and you will receive one of these quotes along with a short video each week. This particular quote is one of my own, and it looks at what I call the paradox of family. It says, "Family is a place where acceptance and validation are the most needed, but often the hardest to find." This came to me after working with several families recently when I was asked to come in and help them communicate better, solve problems easier. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with a family who will do that. Just like an individual that asks for help. Whenever a family asks for help, I always see that as a sign of courage, a mental health versus mental illness. And so I felt very privileged to be part of this family wanting to be more purposeful in their communication and their decision making. What I noticed, however, was whatever the decision was, I call it the issue du jour or the issue of the day, what was underneath it was this long, long history of a desire for validation mixed with a fear of rejection. And in some ways that kind of makes sense because in families this is where we need to be validated. This is where we as children get our sense of how valuable are we. And it's also where competition between siblings for parents' affection or approval can begin and continue into adulthood. So what I found was really valuable was to have this family begin to look at who are they now, to see what's happened in the past as good information about the past, but not necessarily to bring it forward. Because much of what had happened in the past was not purposeful. It was like trying to create a new structure on an unstable foundation. When you got design flaws or material flaws in your foundation, it's going to be hard to create a very stable, healthy structure on top of that. I'm a big fan of going back and looking for the good in the past and leaving the bad behind and beginning to recreate one's experience with family in a purposeful way, in a way that allows everybody to get that validation and that acceptance, in a way that makes a statement about who we are as a family. We are people who make decisions this way. And given that family is really always about teaching people, teaching the younger generations, the children that we have, interacting as a family in a way that we would teach to someone we love. As if our children were watching, we would want them to emulate what they saw in terms of how we interacted and how we made decisions. Easier said than done, absolutely. And I find that when a family is able to do that, either on their own or with help from somebody like myself, then they begin to create a new criteria for how they make decisions, how they interact. As this criteria starts to become the norm, starts to become a new habit, then the familial love that's always been there but sometimes got covered up by fear of rejection or fear of lack of acceptance can become the energy of the interaction. If that's something you would like me to do with your family, again, I would be honored to participate. All you got to do is go to my website, hit the contact button, either email me or call me. Let me know how you would like your family to change, and I'll let you know how I might be able to help doing that. Plus, if you see any of these videos and the subjects and my particular take on them as something that you would like to see your organization hear more about, all you got to do is contact me. Same thing through my website, billcrawfordphd.com, and I'd love to talk with you about coming and creating a presentation for your organization. In the meantime, I hope you found this valuable. If you are creating a family with those in your life, because in some ways we are always co-creating our family with each interaction, I'm going to encourage you to take this to heart and to begin to interact with those you love in a way where that love is the driving force versus that fear of rejection. And again, if you need some help with that, let me know. Hope this has been valuable. If you like this, I encourage you to tell your friends. I try to post these on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, so I try to put them out there as much as possible. You telling your friends is a wonderful way to spread the word, so I would certainly appreciate that. In the meantime, here's to you, bringing more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.